So back at home, we had our own kingdom. Everything was set up exactly how we liked it, and we had items that made life easier. On the road is a different story.
This is my first time doing this, so.
Making the bed for the car from the inside of the car.
Outdoors, nature is trying to kill you and everyone you love. Even the caterpillars were back, and they brought backup.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us!
The conveniences we had at home have been replaced with hassles and headaches. So far, the easiest part of the trip has been the celebration before the trip. It was all downhill from there. Here's the thing, living in a car gets very cluttered. We tried to get things under control, but out here there's no real sense of control. We've been driving to a new campsite every couple days, and sometimes we book campsites the day before. And sometimes the weather decides to change overnight.
Wow, hey, look you guys, the sun's rising.
At home, if we wanted air conditioning, we pushed a button. In the car, we crack a window and desperately wait for a breeze. Being organized while living in a car is a little challenging. Sort of like the rest of the universe, our life in the car exists in a permanent state of chaos. We've lost almost every item at least once. Also out here, we have lots of enemies. Fire, bugs, laundry. In theory, the only thing we control is how we react. And even that we barely control. But it's not all downside. We did this trip for the scenic views, so at least we have that. For people living on the road, there is a sacred place known as the Walmart parking lot.
All right, this is our first official night stealth camping in a Walmart parking lot. Am I talking too loud? And I gotta say, I think this is my new thing. I think I like this more than nature. It's cozy. There's a Walmart right there. There's groceries. There's concrete, which I've grown to appreciate. I've grown to really appreciate concrete because there's no caterpillars on concrete.
Less. Great.
Yeah, this is not that bad. Is there a loud 18-wheeler right next to us? Yes.
Yeah, it's just chilling.
But that's fine because we're about to make charcuterie sandwiches in the car because it's raining. To me, still better than nature and still better than having a job.
But beyond that, Canada has so much more to offer. Our personal favorites have been the gas station, the flat field, and of course, the small town liquor store. Also, the wildlife out here is astounding.
Look at the size of the birds out here. Ezra, leave it. Ezra.
Are there dogs? What?
All right, we have found these two dogs on the side of the road. They're definitely someone's dogs. They're a little dirty, but they're pretty friendly. We've emptied out some space in our car here, and we're just gonna drive them back to the park and leave them at the office. Hopefully their owners find them. They're not wearing collars, which is really weird.
It's okay. Come on, let's go. Let's go home. Let's go find your owners.
Oh, okay, they're getting into some kind of beef back there. There's some barking.
Easy.
These guys like, get the fuck out of my car. They're like, what? Whose car is this?
So turns out we kidnapped those dogs. We were just informed that they belong to an indigenous community in that area. The dogs were returned to their home, and we shall never speak of this again. Ezra also had to make some changes. For him, part of this trip was learning to be a dog. Because dogs do dog things, like roam outside, hunt prey, and guard territory. What Ezra got was a dog condo. But still, he's slowly getting adjusted to life on the road. After all, he did not ask for this life. We made him do it. So, for our sanity, we're taking the trip day by day, and we're learning as we go. But overall, things are not that bad. In the end, we just accepted that the idea of control is an illusion.
There is no spoon.
We don't know where every stop is going to be or what could go wrong. We're only 2 weeks into the trip, but we've already seen some amazing sights. Right now, the trip is kind of like on training wheels. We're technically not off-grid all the time, and sometimes we do get some nice amenities. But with that, we get something way worse than bears and mosquitoes. Other people. And people are okay, but we're from Toronto, a place with arguably too many people. For us, part of this trip is about finding peace. So our next goal is simple. Get rid of the people.